following is an exclusive presentation of Jessup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
World famous. The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
6 minutes after 8 o'clock, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO 105.5 FM in Jessup, world famous Butch and Bob Show. And good morning, Bob.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Doing great after that big win last night in Burr.
Boy, that was a big win, wasn't it?
Let's see, Cliff Wiles. I didn't know Cliff was in Statesboro. Former Wayne County Yale Jacob came by after the game, talked to me. So he's got a kid playing for the Statesboro. But Cliff had a great career here in Wayne County. He played with a lot of great kids, a great team. So it was good to see him. So
yeah, I guess it was
always fun to see an old Yellow Jacket, you know. But he took the time to come up and talk, and it's good to see him. Says he's looking forward to coming this coming Monday when Statesboro comes over here because he hasn't been back to the ballpark since he left.
Since he left?
Yeah. So,
wow.
So he said looking forward to seeing it.
Well, that's good. Good. Well, we got some special guests in the studio for the world famous Butch and Bob Show. Who do we have?
Yeah,
What's going on?
We're talking hospice again. We've been promoting this family night coming up Wednesday, March 3rd. So we got some representatives of hospice to come in and talk about the big event. Again, this is an event for children, teenagers, parents to discuss ways to cope and heal during difficult seasons in their lives. And if you know someone that's experienced loss in any form, similar to death, loss of employment, divorce, financial burden, recent move, or anything in between. And with the pandemic, I'm sure there's a lot of people in that category. So
absolutely.
The people from hospice are in town, or in the studios. I'm sorry. So go ahead and just introduce yourself and tell us how people can sign up for this event and what it's all about.
Well, you're exactly right. We are in town. We're right across the street, actually, from Bill Morris Park. But we are your local hometown hospice. We're community-based. And I'm Carrie Starling. I'm the community liaison. And just so grateful to be here this morning to talk about this wonderful event.
That's right. We are excited about it, Bob. I'm Fred Anderson. I'm a chaplain with Hospice of South Georgia. And we all know, when I say we all, everyone in our county knows that loss, grief is a big deal. It's a big deal to cope with, and we know there are a lot of people struggling with those losses in their life, and I want to focus on loss because we're promoting this, and we've got community resources to help with any type of loss that may be. You've recently moved to Wayne County, so there was for your child or teenager, there was a loss of a school wherever they lived before. There was a loss of friendships there. Maybe there was a loss of family there. Maybe you find yourself in a situation where there's been a loss in the form of a divorce, so one or other of your parents are not in the home anymore, and so there's a strained relationship there. Maybe there's some other form of loss. Maybe there was a death of a family member or a close friend or someone. And so loss takes many forms. We want to address all those forms. And this is an interest meeting. It's an interest meeting to try to see if we can build a program for children and teenagers on an ongoing basis and assess what the interest will be so we can move forward in our planning to try to help people. I emphasized last time I was here, we want to help people in our county. We want to provide resources. And this is bigger than Hospice of South Georgia. We'll be utilizing other resources, other community leaders in this process.
Yeah, we're excited about having this. Like Fred said, there's been so many people reach out to us about needing extra support. And so Fred came up with this idea a couple months back and said, I want to do this. This just goes in addition to Camp Hope. We have had to move it back due to the COVID circumstances and the safety of our staff and volunteers and the campers as well. But we have postponed Camp Hope to November 5th through the 7th of this year. And as we get closer to that time, I'll be sure to make sure that we reach out to everyone in the community to let them know that date and time.
Again, this event on Wednesday, March 3rd, people can show up that day, but you are looking for like a hit. The reason is food's going to be provided, so you can get a head count how many people are to prepare the food for. So, again, if they want to sign up, how do they go about doing that?
They can call 588-0080. That's our office number. You can talk to the receptionist, and they have the sign-up form in front of them at the receptionist desk, and just tell them you want to sign up for family night, and give them your name and how many people are coming with you, and they'll put you down for that night. Again, you don't have to call in ahead of time. So if you forget and it gets to Wednesday, March the 3rd, and you think, I really want to go, I want to bring my children and teenagers, but I didn't sign up. You come on anyway. We've got enough resources. We'll have enough food, but we would like to have some idea of what we need to provide that night.
And what can they expect that night? What, is it going to be a roundtable discussion? Is it going to be somebody that's organizing the event, or for people out there listening and saying, I'm kind of worried about what's going to take place? Explain what's going to take place and how it's going to work.
I will interject for just a moment, because you know how I am. I want to make sure that we really strongly emphasize that we will have social distancing in place, because I know that's a big concern for a lot of folks right here in our community, as well as nationally right now. But we will have that in place so that when people come in, that takes that burden from them. So,
okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, Carrie is like a horse on steroids getting ready for the Kentucky Derby. So,
I have to interject right then, though.
She's got energy and a gift of gab, Carrie does.
That's right, and that's a blessing. She can carry a lot of things, and she does a lot for being the community liaison for Hospice of South Georgia, and handle a lot of partnerships around the county and different things. We're thankful to have Carrie on board. Carrie's only been with us now for 2-3 months.
A little over 90 days.
So,
kept that mark right there.
Anyway, getting back to Bob's question, we did want to mention that. So what would the night look like that night? Well, I'll be leading that night. Carrie and I will be leading that night. Our other chaplains will be there, and some other hospice staff as well. But we'll have introductions of those community leaders. We're going to have some attorneys, so they can share some resources they have, and some of their stories, and some of what they deal with in their line of work as far as divorce and other losses that they face. We're going to have Tyrone McGill Sr. With Big Brothers Big Sisters in our county. He'll be sharing. He's got a story of loss in his life, but he's also greatly involved in our county with mentorships with children and teenagers, and so he'll be there. School counselors will be there, and we've reached out in school. Jay Brinson, thanks to him, props to him and our school officials for helping us promote this. So children and teenagers should be getting this information through our school system, and then other hospice staff will be there. So it'll be a time of introductions and a brief time for them to share and let the people know who they are, what they're about, and how they're plugging in with hospice to be a resource. Of course, we're having pizza and refreshments that night. We're going to have resource giveaways. So if you come, you will leave with resources. If you don't come to another meeting, you will leave with resources to help you with your loss. And then that night, we're going to spend a little bit of time evaluating the interest level and talking about how we're going to move forward with an ongoing program for children and teenagers. So again, that's our aim. Our aim is Camp Hope is wonderful, but we're looking at doing an overnight thing this year with Camp Hope. But like I said, it's wonderful. Hospice has done a great job leading that in the past, but it's a once-a-year time to help children and teenagers. So we're looking for something to be more of a resource on an ongoing basis.
As you mentioned, so many people don't know where to turn to, so this is just another place for them to come again.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a family night. Hospice of South Georgia hosting it Wednesday, 6 o'clock at the location. Again, most people know where it's at. It's right across from Bill Morris Park. Is that correct?
Straight across from Bill Morris Park, 1625 Sunset Boulevard. And please call in. I know the greatest barrier is to say, hey, I have a loss. I have a need. That's the greatest barrier. We let pride stand in the way. But I want to tell you, you don't have a more compassionate team of people trying to provide a resource to help you and your family. So please call in or just show up. We'd love to help you and link arms with you to walk through this loss with you.
Okay, we'll continue to promote it. Anything else that you want to stress or need to tell people? Or
Again, just if you have any information or if you need information, please feel free to call us anytime. We're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 912-588-0080. Again, we're just thankful that we're able to make this event happen. And like Fred said, this is going to be something that we look forward to doing ongoing. Depending on how we do on the interest night will determine the trajectory of how we plan the monthly, quarterly, or bi-monthly meetings from this point forward. forward. So,
Okay.
I would like to say, a lot of people hear the word hospice and they think immediately very end of life. I mean, within a day or so. And I just want to say, we want to thank Wayne County for supporting our hometown community hospice, Hospice of South Georgia. But I also want to encourage you, it's not end of life care only. Hospice of South Georgia wants to give back to the community, and that's what this is all about, helping our community to grow stronger.
In that regard, and I'm sure you get the feedback, but everywhere I go, the people that call hospice in, all they do is rave about the service that they provide. Again, they're just very fortunate and very grateful that hospice provides that service, because it's a very difficult time with their family. But everybody I've talked to that's gone through it says that hospice was there, and they just rave and brag about how well the service is and how caring and loving hospice is to their loved ones. So again, just hats off to your organization, because it's a great service here in Wayne County and is deeply needed and deeply appreciated.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you. Thank you, Wayne County.
Okay. Anything else?
no.
Is that it?
I'm good for now.
All right.
I can't believe it, but Carrie's quiet.
All right. We'll have more of the world-famous Butch and Bob Show in just a moment right here on Big Dog Country Radio.
Treatment is no longer an option. Hospice can provide services to manage symptoms and difficulties caused by illness. Emotional, psychosocial, and spiritual care, as well as support to the families and caregivers, are all part of hospice care. Hospice of South Georgia has been a part of the health community in Wayne and surrounding counties since 1998. The professional yet compassionate attention provided by our staff is unsurpassed. Widely supported by donations from the local population, Hospice of South Georgia is the local nonprofit hospice in Wayne County. Our administrative office is located at 1625 Sunset Boulevard, and Hospice of South Georgia accepts anyone who meets hospice criteria, regardless of their ability to pay. Please call 912-588-0080 to speak with someone about hospice care. That was 912-588-0080. We are your hometown hospice, and we are here to serve you. Hospice of South Georgia, working to add life to your days.
Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO, 105.5 FM in Jessup. The time now is 18 minutes after 8 o'clock here on this Thursday morning, the 25th day of February. And Bob, you doing okay? You get a little bit of sleep last night?
A little bit. Like I said, it was good to get that win. I said, had a good time, a good crowd over there. So it's a nice place to play. McMillan Creek is a nice complex. So big night for the seniors. And like I said, 8 of the 9 seniors that we've got saw action. Good to see Austin Burgess finally get on that mound and have a 1-2-3 final innings. Happy for him. Again, he's come a long way. He's been on that team and that dugout for a long time. It's nice to see him get out there on that mound and see some playing time.
Yeah.
So,
had a good night there as Wayne County defeating Statesboro last night.
As I mentioned, Coach McDonald, we've had difficulty over there trying to get wins. It's been tough. We always had battles, but it was nice to get an easy win. Tyler Denson just shined all night on the mound, 11 strikeouts, scattered 3 hits, big, strong kid. Like Coach McDonald said in the post-game interview, we get to Tyler Dennison like that all season long, we're in for good things down the road. So
And the Perkins kid had a good night.
Yeah, big night at the plate, 3 for 4 with the home run. So
Wow.
it was just a good night overall. So it was
Well, good.
to get the win. So
Way to go, Jackets. And they'll be back in action this weekend. You're heading up to Hot Atlanta, right?
yeah, hot Atlanta. I said leaving early, so hopefully the weatherman cooperate.
One game on Friday
Yeah, one
late
game Friday,
afternoon, and then 2 on Saturday.
Right.
Yeah.
The first one Saturday is 11:30 against Parkview, the host team of the event. Georgia Peach Classic, a lot of teams up there. So Wayne's been fortunate to be invited the last, I think, 6 or 7 years we've been going there. One year we had to play in Atlanta Stadiums. I remember that. That was a highlight. So,
Yeah.
But we're looking forward to the trip. Like I said, hopefully we'll get them in. Like Coach McDonald said, they've got some other fields involved in this tournament that have tarps and some better draining conditions. So if it gets bad at Parkview, they'll just move us to a different ballpark and hopefully get it in. But that's the plan. 6 o'clock Friday, 11:30 Saturday, and then around 2:30 Saturday afternoon. We'll have all 3 from Atlanta.
Okay. All right. We'll go Wayne County baseball. And you can hear the games, of course, right here on 105.5 FM as Bob Morgan brings you live play-by-play action. And not only can you hear them right here on 105.5 FM, you can hear them around the world on wherever you can hook to the internet. You can go to our website at bigdogcountry.com, bigdogcountry.com, and just click on live stream, and there will be Bob. So you could be in Timbuktu, wherever that's at, and still listen to Wayne County baseball on your smartphone, laptop, computer, tablet, whatever device you got to pick up the internet. So many devices out there today that can hook into the World Wide Web, Bob.
There's a lot of people tuned in, a lot of alumni all across
the nation.
Listening, so we appreciate them tuning in.
Okay. Well, Wayne County will have a new school superintendent beginning April 1st. Tell us a little bit about our new school superintendent, Bob.
It's Dr. Sean Kelly from Douglasville. Met him yesterday. I'm sure we're going to be able to line him up hopefully next week on the show. Like I said, he'll work under Jay Brinson for a month and then take over after Jay retires at the end of the month, March 31st. So April 1st is his first official day as superintendent, but he'll work this previous month before then with the superintendent. So should get him lined up.
And once again, his name is?
Dr. Sean Kelly.
Sean Kelly. Dr. Sean Kelly from Douglasville, which is up near Atlanta. And so he'll be moving down. I guess he's moving down here with his wife.
Well, he has said he has his oldest son in college, so I guess it'd be him and his wife moving to Wayne County.
Yeah. Okay. And she's an educator. I think in the interview what he said was she's an educator too. And so it'll be interesting to see the changing of the guard as school superintendent. Jay Brinson's been in that position for several years, and now we're going with a new school superintendent, and we wish him the best. And we look forward to having him on the world-famous Butch and Bob Show just as soon as we can. And it was a 5-0 vote by the Wayne County School Board to vote him in. And you had a chance yesterday to talk to the district attorney about some cases, right?
Yeah, several cases. Like I said, trying to get an update, trying to get him in on the show. He said he's going to check his calendar. Should call me back today, so it's either going to be Thursday or Friday next week. But I told him Friday would be a good day next week, so he's looking at his calendar to see if he can come in. But I said a big story everybody wants to know. Like I said, the GBI investigation has been complete on the investigation into sexual harassment by the former police chief for the allegations, and he has that report, so he says he's reviewing it. The question is, will he file charges, because that's his call. So that's what everybody's waiting to see, if any criminal charges are filed against the former police chief who's been fired and has a grievance hearing. And that grievance hearing is tentatively set for Monday, March 15th at the Cracker Williams Recreation Center. So we'll follow that as it progresses through the procedures. But like I said, the district attorney's got that GBI report. The question is, what's he going to do with it? Is he going to file charges or not? That's what everybody wants to wait and see, and is waiting to find out. So asked him about that. Some other cases, like I said, the court docket's been pushed back, not to his liking. This comes down for the higher up courts. They've already, with COVID and everything, they just won't let you have jury trials at this point, so they pushed it back another month. So I think April is the first time that they're going to see jury trials resume here in Wayne County. So, but there's a lot of pending cases, a lot of murder trials, a lot of other cases, arson case, things like that. So trying to get an update from the DA on where those cases stand. So everybody that you talk to in the judicial system says once they get ready, you're going to see plea. Try to get these,
It'll be a lot of pleas,
get these dockets, back to some type of normalcy, because, I mean, it's kind of sad, several years ago, Wayne County had that problem. Everything was backlogged, and they did a good job of getting with the judges and holding court and got it all cleaned up. And like I said, it was just, because if you just consider, put yourself in that situation where you have a person in jail charged with a crime, there should be a speedy process to get it through the system. But right now, everything's just delayed with the COVID. So it's been taken out of their hands. But I said it'd be good to get the district attorney in here and find out what the time frame is, what he sees coming up, what are the urgent cases that are going to come first. There's going to be a priority. So I just told him we'd like to get him in. So he said he'd look at his calendar and hopefully get here next week sometime.
All right. Well, look forward to having the district attorney in here, hopefully soon here on the world-famous Butch and Bob Show. And
a lot of rumors out there about cases been dropped and all that.
Oh, are they?
A lot of rumors. You know how the rumor mill is.
Oh, yeah.
That's why it's always good to go to the source.
Go to the source. Do not believe what you see on social media lots of times.
And the DA says, no, forget all those rumors. Those are all.
Yeah. It's amazing how somebody will read something on a social media platform and just think it's the gospel truth. Yeah. It's just amazing because anybody can post anything they want on there. And so many people post false stuff just to see how far it'll go. And then other people will believe it because it fits into what their belief systems are. And it just snowballs. So we're going to go to the source. We're going to go to the district attorney and hearing basically what we saw, get it from the horse's mouth to find out really what's going on and pass it along to our listeners.
I just love how they don't let the facts get in the way of a good rumor mill story.
Oh, no, never let the facts get in the way of a good rumor mill.
I don't want to know the facts.
Yeah, got to have those rumors going, man.
Yeah. I've heard several in the last
You've heard a lot of them.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard so-and-so. I heard so-and-so.
I said, who said? They never say who says.
Oh, they don't know because they heard it from someone else. And
it's always I
it's
heard.
The committee of they.
Said. I heard and he said.
Yeah, I heard, she said, they said.
Ask who that person is.
I don't know who they is or he is or
There's
she
never
is.
a name.
It's the committee of they.
But like I said, we'll get him in here. We'll get Dr. Sean Keller. Said he'll be here next week, so we'll get with him next week and try to get him in here one day next week as well. Get a chance to talk to him more.
Okay.
So,
I mean, it's amazing how many people I talk to out there who just they just knew for sure that school was not starting back in January. I mean, they were just flat out. No, but you're wrong. I heard. They said. I heard. So-and-so. I heard. And, of course, we had Dr. Jay Brinson on here, and he said, no, that's not true. We are starting back to school. We even had some school board members who thought that it wasn't going to start back and had to talk to Jay about it because, you hear so much rumors that just go like wildfire on social media. And, no, Dr. Brinson said, no, school starts back at its regular time in January, and it did. But there would have been people out there who would have bet you $100 it wasn't just because they heard it or read it on social media. Or heard it from someone, from the committee of they.
Talking to our legislators, thank goodness the governor kept the state open as well because everything's doing a lot better than a lot of states that you see on the national news.
I know. You got some of these states that just basically closed up and they're having more cases than we are.
But I go back to that time, he was getting bashed by the national media and everything. I mean, he took a beating, but he turned out to be right.
He turned, yeah. You got to keep things going.
Thankfully, he had the foresight to keep the state open, keep businesses open, keep moving forward. So.
Yeah. You got just so many thousands upon thousands of businesses throughout the country because of being forced to close their doors. They're just totally out of business. I mean, just think about these people who are saying you've got to close up. Imagine if they had to stop their income because of COVID, and they're making someone actually close up without an option of figuring out a way to keep income coming in. So when you cut off somebody's income like that, thousands of those businesses out there are just flat out just closed up. And your heart goes out to them. No matter what kind of safety protocols, they just made a blanket decree in those states. And so many of them just had to go out of business. Wish them some sort of way they can hopefully reopen one day or start something else because they just lost their income. But here in the state of Georgia, if you follow the safety protocols, you're able to keep going. And that was a good thing for the state of Georgia. All right, anything else on your mind this morning, Bob, before we head out of here on the world-famous Butch and Bob Show?
Can't think anything. I said, looking forward to the trip to Atlanta. I said, baseball team's off to a good start, big win last night. And congrats to the Martha Puckett team. They went over and got that win over Pierce County. Again, they played earlier, and they had all kinds of craziness over there. Weren't able to finish the game, but they went over there. Will Green, hats off to him, pitched 5 strong innings, no-hit baseball, and Will Scarborough had a big hit. So congrats to the Martha Puckett team for that big win over there in Pierce County. So
okay. Well, Bob, have a good day. All right, the world-famous Butch and Bob Show brought to you by Damon's Famous Fingers and Wings, by O'Quinn & Associates, Country Financial, by Murphy Builder Supply and First Southern Bank.
The world famous Butch and Bob Show.